Three of these 600s. What was the difference tonight, Kevin?
Just a loose wheel, and we got behind, and just took us, the rest of the night to get our Budweiser Chevrolet back up front. But Rodney, all these guys are doing a great job. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot on pit road, and we have to get that cleaned up because we obviously can't win races even with the fastest car if we make mistakes continuously on pit road. So it's frustrating, but everybody on our Budweiser team's done a great job.
Thank you, Kevin.
An impressive night for Jeff Gordon, not the 7th place finish, but the challenge of racing with that back condition. How difficult was it for you, Jeff?
It was better than Saturday morning, and that's what I was thankful for. I think, the procedures and the different work and therapy that I did. So thanks to all the folks there's quite a few people that were tending to me, and I appreciate every one of them because I don't think I would have got through this long race. It was tough. I was aching in there. There was one time when I got on the brakes in the one and it triggered something, and I didn't know what was going to happen after that, but it settled down. Luckily, I started to get off the brake, and we had such a great race car. I'm really proud of this Drive in Hunger Chevy team and Al and all the guys. I love that call there at the end, just like the call that was made when we won the first race here. And I don't know if I could have held off Matt, but we were going to give him a heck of a run. The car was feeling pretty good right there, so just a matter of whether it was going to tighten up over 20-something laps. And I got a decent restart there, but when Matt got to my outside, I got real loose, and at that point I was just kind of a sitting duck. It got real tight, so it was a good effort. I'm happy that I got through it. It tells me a lot about what kind of threshold I have, and I just want to show this team the kind of commitment I have to them because of what they've shown me this year.
Commitment and a championship-type run here tonight in Charlotte.
Well, Matt, Kenseth finished third. You guys were near the front the entire night. Tell us about the end of the race.
Yeah, I thought we had a top 5 car. I thought it was definitely improvement. Jason and team did a great job. Had a great strategy, great stops. Had me in front of them there. I just couldn't hold them off, unfortunately. So just couldn't see a little more. Just couldn't quite run with a 48 and a 4 and a couple of them other cars. But overall, it was a good night for our Home Depot Husky Tools camera. We just got to get this a little better.
Did you guys keep up with the track well?
I thought we did. We had pretty good balance most of the night, really. We swung back and forth. We're way too tight there at the end to try to hold them off. The other time, 48 and us were battling as good as I could be, and he still beat me. I just didn't have enough speed. So we just, we're working on it. I feel like we're gaining on it. They had me a chance to win. You're disappointed when you don't hold them off and come home with a victory, but just I was just too tight to hold them off.
Thank you, Matt.
Matt led 33 laps, but your winner, that's owner Rick Hendrick with Jimmie Johnson, led 164 laps and now has the most wins of any driver in the history of this track. More in a moment. With Michael Walker, Chris Myers, and the Sprint Post-Race Show live from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the celebration for Jimmie Johnson, who once told me as he puts the sticker on his car that when he's not driving as a passenger, he gets car sick. The stopping and starting makes him nauseous. Well, behind the wheel tonight, 600 miles. He picks up his first victory of the year, and that virtually puts him in the chase through 12 points races. So 1/3 of the NASCAR season is over, Michael, and you see the column, those wins valuable number. The points leader after 26 would get it even if you don't have a win, but we've had now 10 different winners over the first 12 races.
And you've got great racers that haven't got to victory lane yet, particularly Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle. You see Vickers week in and week out, and you've been challenging for that top 5. So it's going to be interesting when we go to Dover to see who wins up there.
And when you have those wins like Carl Edwards, you can gamble a lot. Steve Burns is with the Gambling Ramblin' Man.
With Carl Edwards. Carl, I'm curious, were you guys going to try and stretch fuel mileage before the final caution came out?
Oh yeah, that was
the game plan.
Well, that was the plan. There was no other plan. We didn't have enough speed to win this race on outright speed, but Fords get great fuel mileage, and so we used that to our advantage. And we wanted to get our Fastenal guys to victory lane. They sponsored 3 cars, had Armed Forces members who are also Fastenal employees on the hood. The coolest part, I got to thank Fastenal #1. The second guy is Jamie. Jamie McMurray and I raced so hard. He did everything but wreck me and had a blast.
All right, thanks, Carl. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Brian Vickers brought us Toyota home in the 6th position. A good jump start for you and your team as we hit the summer months.
Yeah, it really is.
call it pleased but not satisfied. Just so proud of everyone in this Airstream machine. The camera was great all night, and we continually made it better, which is a great sign. I mean, that's Billy's signature move now. He just always makes the car better, and the pit guys, wow. The Aaron's pit guys just were on fire tonight. Great pit stops. The cautions and 2 tires and 4 tires, there was so much strategy going on there at the end. We got kind of caught off guard. We didn't really need that caution, but that's all right. We got 4. We made it back almost to the top 5. With a little too loose there at the end and chasing 1 down. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Chevy, Toyota, then Ford. And there's Jimmie Johnson celebrating with some of our military on this Memorial Day weekend. More on the Sprint Post-Race Show in just a moment. First win of 2014 for Jimmie Johnson, Chad Knaus.
Well done, Jimmy. Well done, buddy. Did a great job today. Thank you.
Jimmie celebrating in victory lane of Johnson's 7 Charlotte wins, the most for any driver of this track. 3 of those have come from the pole where he started tonight. Meanwhile, Jamie McMurray, the All-Star winner on this track last weekend, flirting with the lead, finishing 5th, standing by with our Steve Burns.
Well, Jamie McMurray wins the Sprint All-Star race with $1 million payday last weekend, and you guys back it up with a real good run here tonight.
Yeah, once we, Keith made a really good call staying out, and once we got out front, it's amazing how fast the car would go in clean air. Caution fell kind of a couple of laps wrong for us, but Keith did a really good job tonight adjusting on the car, and our car was fast enough that even going to the back, we were able to recover and get back to the top 5, which is great. We've had such good cars all year long and have not been able to capitalize on it because of tire issues or just some bad luck. So I'm excited that we won last week. We ran really good again this week, and Dover is one of my favorite tracks, so I look forward to getting there.
You know, we talked after you won the All-Star race about capturing momentum, and it seems like you guys have it right now. Is that true?
Well, I honestly, I feel like we've run well enough all year long that it's not really any different. It just seems like the luck has turned a little bit, and things are, when the cautions fell wrong tonight, I got a little nervous, but our car was good enough to recover. So really, our cars have been pretty awesome all year long. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve and Jamie. And the celebration for Jimmie Johnson continues as he is, we head to Dover, the all-time leader there with 8 victories. And our Toyota Let's Go places Texas from Charlotte Motor Speedway to Dover International Speedway and the Munster Mile.
The most sensation for speed you're going to get anywhere on the NASCAR circuit. They're flying around that mile track in 22 seconds, and the banks are so high you dive into those corners. I love Dover. It's a place where you can really hang it out.
Yeah, now Tony Stewart won the race last year, but it's been 21 years since the Coca-Cola winner went on to win Dover the next week. It was Dale Earnhardt back in 1993, the last to do it. What about momentum?
Well, Steve Burns talked to Jamie Murray about it. They won the race last week, the All-Star race, and then they continued that good run tonight. They led. They had a chance to win. Like Jamie said, a pit stop kind of hurt him with a caution flag when it fell, but a top 5 finish. So that team, I would watch them at Dover.
And again, 1/3 through the season. For continuing post-race coverage, remember you can tune in to Fox Sports Live on Fox Sports 1, and to find Fox Sports 1 on your provider, go to foxsports1.com right now. We'll have more here from Charlotte in just a moment. Jimmie Johnson wins again a 1.5 miles, his 19th career victory on such a track, and there are more 1.5 mile tracks in the chase or in NASCAR than any other track. There's a reason he's the champ. That was one of the storylines. The other was Kurt Busch, finishing 6th at the Indy 500, arriving in time, starting at the rear of the field. Got up into the top 10, but engine problems knocked him out. So after a total of 900 miles, his Memorial Day weekend racing all finished. And the other story, Jeff Gordon, the back spasms held up well enough for him to run in this race. But we shouldn't lose sight of, and I know it's just his first win of this year, but Jimmie Johnson, 6 championships in the last 8 years. Is he still the guy to beat? I know Kevin Harvick has won twice this year, Joey Logano, other drivers, but when Jimmie Johnson and Chad Knaus get into the chase, and we are almost halfway to the chase, and then all bets are off.
Yeah, everything is right in the NASCAR world now because we can stop talking about the fact that Jimmie hasn't won. He's been plenty fast enough to win, but Chris, all year long, the 4 car of Kevin Harvick has been the fastest, and he had some trouble on pit road tonight. Again, probably the fastest car in Charlotte. So he's definitely going to have some competition, some big competition from Harvick as they race toward the championship, and others. We've seen Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano both be really fast on the 1.5 miles. So it's going to be a great season watching these guys battle for a championship.
In Las Vegas, the betting public, Harvick was your favorite at 5-1. Jimmie Johnson was next at 6-1. Jimmie should be a favorite every week for the rest of the all-time existence. And he'll keep winning, I'm sure. Next on Fox, late local news, except on the West Coast. And remember, for continuing coverage here on Fox Sports Live, on Fox Sports 1, we will join those guys and have more of the victory by Jimmie Johnson. And next Sunday, we will be in Dover, Delaware, as we mentioned. Note the start time there at 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Eastern on Fox Sports 1 with the race day program for the pre-race. And congratulations to Jacob Ullman, part of our Fox family. In addition to his family, his wife Sandy giving birth to Nolan David Ullman, their second child. Congratulations, all happy and healthy. We thank those in our military, and remember those who sacrificed for our country on this Memorial Day. For our entire production crew, I'm Chris Myers, and we thank you for watching and being a part of NASCAR on Fox.